Why not do the live stream in the afternoon? Hoping that by the time, I'm just gonna quickly finish up everything. This is what we did yesterday. My tool is kind of dirty. It's dirty. That's what we did yesterday. We're gonna finish up. Let me put it here so that this is when I finish. It's not gonna be showing on camera. Welcome everybody. I hope we are good today. Are we good? Yeah, we good, right? And don't mind, today I'm a bit tired. Just good to be tired sometime. Welcome. Let me welcome you all. Happy to be here. Okay. I'm trying to put it in my eyes here from there. So this is what we did. Yesterday we did cut on a live stream. Today we're going to try to put the pieces together. The only thing I forgot was to cut up a lining that's going to go for the top. Because definitely we're going to be needing up a lining to be able to turn it up. I think because if we stitch it up like this, shows that we're going to be hemming it up. I don't want to hem it. Let's see. Hemming that up is going to look like it's good for one to. Do you think that we can hem it and stitch that up? Yeah. We're gonna do the way. Now, first of all, this is an African print. This is quite very hot now, but it's good for you to use your lining for this project. So I'm gonna just put pieces up together. What is this? A sleeve, one sleeve of it. So at the beginning, this is the front, and right, this is the back, right? Normally, the back is supposed to be straight here. This part here is not supposed to be like this. We're just gonna go ahead and quickly adjust that. It's the way we did cut it yesterday, okay? So we want to make sure that everything is good. Now, I think I'm going to be needing a lining to be able to turn this up. Definitely I should need a lining for this part. I don't want to use a lining. If you notice, I don't want to use a lining for this. I think that it's good to use a liner, but I'm not going to be using a lining. That's what I've just said. I'm not going to be using a lining. So if you're making it for a client, go ahead and use a lining. So first thing we're going to start by is by going ahead to stitch up the dots that we created. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pin like that, pin it up like this. Elsewhere, do the same thing here. We're matching them up, making sure that the matches up. This is it. Mash it up together. If you're watching from YouTube, I'm happy to have you here today. I'm trying as possible best to be going live now every single day, even though I know it's something very difficult to actually do, but I'm gonna do my best. Shh. You can hear the shouting. If you ask me, I will not know. So quickly, when I fold my dots, I'm going to make sure that what I have there should be 3/4 inch and 3/4 inch. If it is less than 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch, I'm going to notch this part. It should be 3/4 inch, right? I'm gonna do the same thing to the front. Okay, like I said, I'm supposed to add up lining to this, but I'll not be adding up lining. Okay, go ahead, add up lining to your project, okay, to make it neat and professional. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this other dart here like this. This one is gonna end on the bust, on the bust point. Remember, we went down from the bust point by at least 1 inch, no, 3/4 inch. This is what I went down in yesterday. The cutting tutorial is already on this page, on my Facebook, in my YouTube. I did a live stream of that yesterday, right? So because we did the live stream was a bit late, that is why I could not sew it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just stitch this part off all the way to here. So if you look at the way this dart is being folded, I'm going to do the same thing here, so that at least it should have at least that curve we're looking for. For the back, it's going to go straight, but this point is not going to be straight. This dart here, what I did was to come here. I kept my chalk. Okay, so I'm just quickly going to go ahead. So what I did was to mark my 3/4 inch. I first of all came here, the bust point line, then we went down by 3/4 inch. On that 3/4 inch, we mark the under bust, which was something around there. This is the under bust line. So assuming that we have the center line right there, even though I know that the line is not straight, I'm going to mark off the center line. I'm going to go ahead now and come out here by 3/4 inch, which I did 3/4 inch here and 3/4 inch here, making it 1.5 inch. So this is how I did connected this point up. If you check on this other side, so I just want to do the same thing, okay? And I'm going to do it up here. For the back, what I did was just go ahead and connect it straight. So for the front, I want to give it a little bit of curve, but not too much. If you want, you just go ahead and connect it straight, okay? I just want to do it like this, not too curvy. Remember, we are not adding any, we're not padding up, it's just normal trace up. So just go ahead and connect that point up with a straight line. Okay, now that we have this, I'm just going to go ahead and pick this part up, making sure they're up together, the lines, and I'm going to mash them up, and I'll be pinning it up right there, here, like this, and then we'll end here, like this. Okay, so we are done. Like I said, you're supposed to add up this, okay? Add up a lining to it to keep everything neat. After this, I have to wipe all this chalk like this. Adding up a lining is gonna make your work to look neat inside, but I'll not be adding up a lining. That's what I've just said. Okay, so we are done with the top pinning. These are the sleeve, I'm not mistaken. We're going to move now to the skirts, which we're going to be pinning the front of the skirt and the back of the skirt. Remember, it's a pencil skirt. This is a sleeve too, the other sleeve. Okay, this is my two pieces of the skirt. I already went ahead to trace up the dart, alright, for the skirt. So I'm just going to go ahead now, pick it up like that. I'm going to be pinning it up. Remember, we did 3/4 inch. So it's gonna end around 2. Right, it's just like that. So we're gonna end at least 2 inch from the hip depth line. So I should be ending somewhere around there. So at least 2 inch or 2.5 inch. Should be somewhere around there. Just to mark that up in case. Right. Gonna pin. And I'm gonna pin this other side. So then remember, this is the front, right? I went down by 5 inch. So hip dip line. So I'm gonna do here and just pin them up together. We are adding that to this piece because it is not a stretchy fabric. When you're using a stretchy fabric, there's no need for you to add that because with the stretch already, it's going to fit to the body. But since this is not stretchy, we need to add that to get that fittingness of it. Okay, so I've just pinned up the front of the skirt. I just want to pin everything up together, then I'm going to take it to the machine. I'll be stitching that up. Okay, so come here. I'm gonna just come like this and I'll pin. And a pin here, and I'll also go ahead and pin up here. Okay, we'll come here, pick this up, place them up together, notches to notches. I'm gonna pin that up, and we'll come here and also do the same thing, pin it up. After pinning everything up, I will have to take it to the machine. I'm gonna be stitching everything. Okay, so before I go ahead and stitch this up, I want to just cross check the back, you know, because sometimes you may stitch them up and you end up looking the opposite direction. So I'm just cross checking. Right, yeah, this one is good to go. Okay, now we'll be taking it to the machine. We have to put all the pieces together, stitch that up. Okay, I'm going to first of all just check for the top if I have a lining to add to it. So I will start from the skirt. I don't think I have a lining at home. Right? Adding a lining is going to look your work. Instead of just hemming it up, we're going to just do it up like this and that up like this. I think adding a lining is not, adding a lining to it is going to make your work look neat inside. Very, very neat. We will not have time to be hemming it up. Or you can use a hemming gum to stitch that up. So let's just go ahead. This is the elastic I'm going to be using. I don't have the normal I checked the elastic. I don't have the normal elastic. I mean the one that is at least half inch. What I have is about 1 inch, which I think is too big for what I want to do. So I'm going to try my best to use that tiny elastic. Alright. Okay. This side. Try to put the pieces up together. Welcome everybody. How are you guys doing? Hi. I do not connect this. You people do not even ask me if you're hearing me or not. Ooh, nobody was hearing me. You guys will not even complain. You can't hear what I'm saying. You just there listening. Anyway, we're just pinning everything up together. I'm just gonna go ahead and stitch that up 3/4 inch. Start my machine and just see the way I'm doing things, huh? them up like that and move my pins in here. I'm gonna do the same thing here, making sure that what I have stitches should be that 3/4 inch. I always like to cross check if what I have is 7 inch, my nipple to nipple, before I can go ahead and continue. So it's good to go. I am going to stitch this for the pack. This is the Okay. Now that we are done with it, oh my god, I forgot to set my machine on, my iron board, my iron on, so that I will be able to just press it up. I always like to press everything up. Okay, so far so good. This is what we have. Right, you see the back. This is how the back is going to look like. Now, what we have to do is just to go ahead and hem this up. You can use a hemming gum to do so. Alright, you can use a hemming gum for that. This is the back. The back is just like this. Now, we're going to just go ahead and join up the one side of it. Join up the shoulder. I think I'm going to use a hemming gum of this. I have to use a hemming gum to turn, I like to press it up. So far so good, everything is looking good. Join this other side here too. Right, I'll pin the side seams. I've set my iron on. Set my iron on. So we're pinning the shoulder, the side seams of it. So for this part, since it's going to be we're going to be adding up sleeve to it, there's this way I always like to add up my sleeve to this. One thing I always like to do, this one is the other one. One thing I always like to do is just to go ahead and gather it up, add it up before joining the all pieces up together. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I may join one side of it while leaving this other side, join the shoulder. Okay, but before we go ahead to do so, let's join the skirt, the side seams of the skirt too. Okay, so we can just go ahead and stitch them up, side seams together. Here is the back, the two back pieces, you can see, right? Okay, I'm gonna pick the front. I'm gonna be placing the right side, facing right side of it. Okay, now right side of my skirt facing the right side, like this. And then we're just gonna pin them up. I'll come here and pin. Normally the length of the skirt is supposed to be the same. I just pinned and I'm gonna pin here, and I'll do the same thing here. Now I'm going to add up the other side of the skirts. Alright, like this. My pin that up and my pin one's up. I'll go ahead now and just pin this up, this to the line, and my pin this part up like this, and I pin this other one up. Now that we are done pinning it up. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to just go ahead. I'll be stitching it up, okay? Stitching the side seams. I will also go to 1 inch. Yeah, I added 1.5 inch if I'm not mistaken. I'll do 1 inch. I will stitch that up by 1 inch. Okay, the top I'm gonna do 1 inch. So I'm just gonna stitch that up by that 1 inch. Remember I said go ahead making it for yourself. Make sure 1 inch is 1 inch. This is not 1 inch. If you're making it for somebody, make sure you go ahead to add the lining to it to make it look more professional and neat inside. Thank you for sharing. You are welcome. Okay, this is 1 inch. Oh shit. I'm also gonna do the same thing here. Stitch that up by 1 inch. I always back stitch when so I've just stitched this part up, right? I've just stitched it up, okay? You can see when I put it there, we'll have to press that up. And the sleeve should be aside for now. I'm gonna join the shoulder by 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch. That's what I added for the allowance. Okay. You cut that up. And I'm going to join this side up like this by 1 inch. Now that we don't join in this shoulder here, I'm going to just press up the side. Right, let me press this up, press the shoulder, then we are going to go ahead, measure up whatever we have. I'm going to just go ahead and press up this dart up, then I will press this to lay it flat. So I'm going to go ahead now, measure up whatever we have, then we'll add up the sleeve to it. But first of all, I need to press this up to lay everything flat, because I have already set my iron on. Okay. Remember the dart of the back is always just a normal dart, straight. It's not like we normally do the one for the front. Okay. Okay. I'm done pressing the skirt, the top. First of all, let's move this aside and work on the sleeve. First of all, now what we need to do for this sleeve and the other one is totally different. So what I'm going to do for the first one is to go ahead. I'll just be stitching it up like this, half an inch inwards. So we're going to add up elastic to it. So we're going to stitch half an inch. Okay, we're stitching half an inch inward like that. I'll add up elastic to that. One side of that. One side is just a normal elastic. So that's small tiny elastic that I just showed you guys. That's what I have at home, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'll just break casing. I'm doing it the wrong side there. I'm gonna be folding it this way towards the wrong side. Just about half an inch. Is it even up to half? It's not even up to half. Because the elastic is very tiny. So we're just completing our elastic casing. The elastic is kind of very tiny, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead now, move this aside. Now we need to set our machine to the longest stitch of our, because we need to gather up the stitch it in such a way that we'll be able to gather it up. If my fabric was light enough, would have, oh shit, I just hit the hammer. Light enough, would have gone ahead to so I just hit my hand now, because you know, I have a little one. I hit my hand, so it's kind of, I just went ahead and put the paper gum on it, paper tape. So this is what we're going to do. Our normal armhole, round armhole is so when we gather it up, where's that piece? When we gather this up, we want to make sure that whatever we have gathered it up, it should be able to fit here. Okay, it should be able to fit here like this. Okay, on the round armhole. This is going to be a little bit more bigger, so I've just set my machine at the longest stitch, making sure that I gather. Since this fabric is thick, if my fabric was light, if this like this, since my fabric is light, Okay, we also have to create an elastic casing for the hem. So I'm going to go ahead and set it everything normal to 333. I just like to set it normal. We are also going to put an elastic casing here, small elastic. You can use the elastic of 1/2 inch. My elastic is very tiny. That's why you see me making a very tiny one for that matter. If you have an overlock machine, you overlock that, or you can zigzag that up before you go ahead to hem this up, at least to keep it neat. I'm thinking now, I just did the top. What is it? I did the top, but I forgot the under. Hey. Just gonna go ahead and fold. This part is gonna have an elastic too. So, doing everything up together. We have okay. It's time for us now. See, the way it's quite very big, right? You have to gather it up for it to fit this my small hand here. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is to remove one thread of this and carefully pull that up, because if not, I'm gonna remove one thread. Carefully pull this up, carefully. I said carefully pull this up. When we pull this up, it has to be round on our arm hold. My round arm hold is 15. Right. Like I said, if you have enough fabric, you make it more bigger and poof. Okay. When you pull this up, want to leave at least 1 inch free. Okay. So I'm going to carefully pull this up, like see, right? Let's put a little bit of gather around there. Carefully. Okay. All right, let me see if I can start from this other side too. So now I cannot start, this other side is not giving. We only have to do it from this other side because the other side is kind of hard. And I'm scared that maybe it's going to cut, the thread is going to carefully, 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 carefully. Right. Just have to gather it up so that it should be at least 15 in. But I'm taking my time. Okay. I'm gonna check. Okay. I didn't want too much gather, so I wanted something just a little bit of gather, which should give us the style we're looking for. Like I said, if you want it to be more fuller, go ahead, multiply around your upper arm by at least 4. So for example, if my upper arm is 10 multiplied by 4, it's going to give me 40. So I'm just going to go ahead, try to measure this up. See what we have there. What do we have here? About 9 inch. Let's see what we have here. What we have from here to here, that's what we're going to measure. It will be more than 9 inch. It's 9.5 inch, so it's manageable. I'm just going to go ahead, notch the center. So I'm placing it up like this. I'll really notch the center of it. Okay, this part that I pull up here, I'm going to just go ahead and tie it up so that it should not move. My nails are a little bit longer. My nails are a little bit longer, that's why I cannot really tie it to what. Anyway, it's not really, it's a bit longer. I love it like this. So now I'm going to go ahead, pick up the center that I just notched, which I don't even know where it is right now. Center, where is the center that I just notched? Where is this one? Yeah, this. I'm going to be placing right side, facing the right side of my top. See, I'm going to pin that up. Carefully bring this up. It doesn't match this up, so we just have to go ahead and adjust it up so that it should fit. Hold this. Remember, I was still going to go ahead and add up some elastic to it, to the hem. Take that sign up like that. I'm gonna pin. Then I come here. If I notice that it's kind of, it has a little bit about 3/4 inch, so I'll just kind of just go ahead and pull this up, even if Yeah, like this. Especially that part is the armhole, so there's no need to kind of have gather right there, right? And then I'm gonna come here. I will do the same thing like this. Pin. This other part too is a little bit smaller, so I'm quickly just pin. Take my time, pin that up. And do this, and then come here, and I'll just come adjust up my gathers, right? Take my time, just go through it. If I see that I have at least half inch, I have at least, let's just say half an inch, that is small, it's shorter. I just go ahead and pull the remaining part to meet that part up, but making sure that it should meet up like this. Comes to have cut my thread up, but it must matches up with the armhole of the dress. After pinning that up, you see, we are going to stitch. One will have something like this. Okay, this part here, we'll just go ahead and gather that up. But now this is the armholes of the other side. You can see, right? This is just a little armhole. Now this is the little armhole of this other side, right? The other side is not the same like this. It just kind of it's one shoulder. You already know. I don't know how I'm gonna explain it. So I'm gonna pick this up like this. Normally what we're supposed to do is to join up this part up here like this. To make sure that I should have I'm thinking why I'm going to do this. So I should have joined it up. Like first thing I should have do is to join it up, but I have to hem this part. Remember I hemmed the other part now. So first of all, let's finish with this other sleeve, then we'll come back to this other sleeve. Okay, because first we need to hem this, then add up the sleeve to it and elastic. Right, take your time. They say in sewing, no need to rush yourself, so don't rush yourself when you're sewing. So I'm gonna check this 3 I just go ahead and carefully stitch that up. I'll be stitching it up towards my top that back stitch. When I always start, make sure I remove my pins, adjust anything that is not looking good, making sure that I go ahead to adjust them up. Okay, adjust, stitch in. Taking that side. Back stitch when you get to the end. Back stitch from the beginning and the end. Now after which I'm done stitching like this, I'll quickly go ahead and just I'm pulling up the thread, the thread of the gather. Okay, you can pull it up, just go ahead and pull that up. Now This part here, I'll have to zigzag that to keep it neat. I must zigzag it because it's not, even though I'm not going to be zigzagging the other part of it, but I must zigzag this other part. If you have an overlock machine, this is the right time for you to use the overlock machine. Just zigzag that up. Trim these long edges that's kind of hanging there. Let's see what we have here. This is what we have. There's still one pin around there. Okay, we have something like this. You see, this is what we have. Something just happened here. So now, before we'll join this side of it, let's just finish with this side first of all. Before we join it, we have to add up an elastic to it. Okay. Now, the side. This side, we're just gonna join it up like this. Like I said before, we join it, we have to add the elastic to this bottom first here to gather it up. If you don't want, you can just leave it up like this, but I would love to add a elastic to that part. All right, so now I just want to move to this other side of it, of the top. What I'm thinking is I should have gone ahead. So now what we're going to do is to hem this part up, poop, and also hem this up. I'll be doing that by half an inch, okay? Do it up by half an inch to keep everything neat. If you want, don't hem it, you can add a hemming gum, but me, I'm kind of scared that maybe if I add a hemming gum, by the time you wash it, you already know it may come out. It may really come out. So I'm just going to carefully hem this up by, let's just say, half inch. Not even half inch. By 0.25, yeah. Carefully hem this up by 0.25. You can, like I said, if you have lining, go ahead and add up lining to it to keep your work more neat. The inside is more neat than you hemming it like I'm just doing right there, okay? The inside is going to look more neat and more presentable. Okay, so far so good. Everything is looking good, and the neck, see, that's gonna look like. Take the time and press that up to lay everything flat. Now I'm a bit, let me lift up this chair because it's in like it's stressful. Okay, I'm gonna take this sleeve. Join this side like this because this is what we're going to be joining to the other piece. Okay, making sure that the right side is facing the right side, joining it up like that. When I'm joining it up, remember we've not added elastic, so I just want to join it so that I'll be able to fit this part. So it, I'm gonna do I start at least 1 inch away, 2 inch away. My trip is almost finished. You can zigzag this up. Now flip this to the right side. Now there's one thing we have to do before we go ahead now to join this part here to this here, this side seams here, because this should almost be the same. Before we join this part up here, this is even here, we have to add up an elastic to it. Wanna check? So I'm still going to go ahead and do half inch, because if you check, this one is a little bit longer and it's a little bit longer, so I'm going to hold it up here like this, so it should fit it up. We have to add elastic to it, so let me go ahead and just quickly hold that up so that it should fit. You want to make sure that everything is matching. Okay, I'm going to pick my tiny elastic right now. This is the elastic I'm going to be adding for it. If I had this type of elastic that I have on this my book, this one is not going to be enough. I should have taken it. This is what I was looking for, but I didn't know I didn't have it. I don't have it at home. I used to have a wide one of this. I don't know where I kept it. Not the wide one, something that was a little bit bigger than that one. I'm looking for it now. I will not find it, but when I'm not looking for it, that is when. You have to manage this. Oh, we have to manage this. Oh, we have to manage this. Oh, okay. Everything like that. Oh, this is starting point. Okay. This is what we're going to measure and use, which is 10. This elastic is quite, you can see, very stretchy. So I'm going to be doing 10. I'm saying 10, but I've not measured 10. I just wanted to go ahead and count. 10. That's it. That scissors is not for. We need 10. We also need another one, making it 3. Okay. Now, so I'm going to use this up. See, if I'm going to use this up, or I have to use a safety pin. Yeah, it seems like I have to use a safety pin. can go round. That's it. I'm just some cutting, and I hope that I have that tiny set to pin. So now it's time for you to grab a cool drink and drink while waiting, while watching, because this is going to take us time. We have to pass it through that hole that we just created, making sure we go all the way around. Hello. Wait. Well, like I said, go and get a cold drink while watching. It's gonna take us time. I have to go round, and just pin that up. Yeah. So that it should not go in there. Take that time. Go through it a bit by bit. Okay. You can even make it this one in such a way that if you don't want, you can remove it up. You add like a clip, or a clip to it. You add like this clipped button to it, so that if you don't want it, you just go ahead and move that up, right? So that's it. My elastic is quite very tiny, and we're taking our time. Just go, 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 go. Now, take that time, go through it step by step, no rushing. Oh, we are here. So we are here already, and this look like it's bigger because it's gonna be this part. We want it to be a little bit fitted. So I'm just gonna pull the elastic a little bit, right? Should be like something like that, so that it should fit up. Okay, now that we are here, I'm gonna pin. I'm gonna profit now to pass the elastic to the hem. Okay, another story. Grab another beer or drink while watching the video, because this elastic like that, it's gonna take us time to get to the other side. Right? Take time. You can go ahead and share the live stream. Help me out. Or you can send me some gifts on YouTube. They call it super fans. Send me some gift. That's gonna go a long way. It's really going to go a long way. It's going to go a long way. It's going to help me to buy a lot of things now. Because sometimes I just think that I want to do some things and I lack some stuff. It's going to help me to buy patterns, peppers, the rest of the stuff. So you can send me super chat fans, but they're superstar fans. How do they call it on YouTube? You can also check me out on TikTok, Pinterest, with the same handle. On Pinterest, it's still with my old account, Anita Fun, while on TikTok, Anita Handmade Creation, Facebook, if you're watching from YouTube, Facebook, Anita Handmade Creation. YouTube, those who are watching from Facebook, Anita Handmade Creation on YouTube. So please go ahead and support me on YouTube. Subscribing is free, and help me out by watching. It's going to go a long way. The little I'll be able to earn there is going to help me to buy some tools that I'll be able to use to make videos for you people. So you can see, right, we are gathering it. This is how I want it to be. Just take that time. Right, so please go ahead and help your girl out. I'm just everywhere. Boy. Since I said that, I promised myself that I'm going to do my best to be coming live every day, which I know is not going to be possible, but at least I will not make up to 2 days without coming live. That's what I've promised myself this year. So I want to be able to grow both Facebook and YouTube. And I'm going live stream on YouTube mostly every day. But I also try as possible best to create tutorials, new tutorials, not only focus on live stream. Because I know a lot of you, the live stream normally is too long. So we are going to do videos. I see some of you that are coming from Facebook, your comments on my YouTube. I mean, you guys are amazing. So we are almost here. So I don't like to make these parts kind of really too tight, because when it's too tight, sometimes it feels like it's uncomfortable. But this is big a little bit. It's big. So I'm just gonna pull a little bit. Remember, we're doing it from the right side. I'm gonna pull a little bit like this and pin that elastic right there. Okay. So this is the side that's going to be here. This is too big again. It's too big from what I see. You don't want to make it in such a way that it's going to be big. It will not be able to fit. So you want to make it just a little bit bigger on you, but it should fit up. So with this part, it's going to be good. All right. Now we are done with this other side. Let's just profit and add elastic to this other side as well. Okay, so that we can go ahead and join everything up. Join the side seams of this. Why will we now? I think this part here, since because it's straight. You think that we can go ahead and do so? Because it's open. Oh, you see? Hook it up like this, close it, and pull. Okay, you see? My pin, and my pin. This one is so easy, right? Very, very easy and fast. Okay. Now my pin, my elastic. Okay. Now, yes, we're just gonna go ahead and join See? Now I will show that my thread is remaining just a bit, but let's see if we can join this up together. Like this. Join this part up together like that. I'm going to be stitching on my side seam by 1 inch. This is what I added for my seam allowance, 1 inch. See that noise? That's because my thread is almost finished. I have to pull the elastic because you see, because I don't want it to be loose. Instead it should be fitted, but not too tight. Okay, as you can see, it's not too tight, right? It's beautiful, it's coming out. Well, so now, good. I'm gonna go ahead now, just trim off whatever I don't need here. I quickly just trim this up and leave my allowance. Trim it up, leave at least ½ inch of allowance. Okay, that part is done and dusted. Okay, now I want to go ahead now and add my sleeve to this other side. To add it up, we have to come here, this part, we're joining up this part up together from here to here. I'm pinning up the center. We can flip this up. Let me flip it to the right side, so that it's going to be much easier. You know, sometimes I just hope that my elastic is here. Oh, I almost cried. Like this. I'm just gonna join this part up, making sure that I join. Now it's matching, you see. I'm gonna come here like this, move my pin, pull my elastic because I don't want it to be too weak. It's not supposed to be too weak. I pull that elastic in there, and I'm going to join up, pin that part up. I also come here and just grab this up, pin this part up, you know, pin it up by ½ inch. Then bring this part up here and I'm a pin. Everything matches up, and I'm gonna remove this part up here, pull my elastic a little bit. Like I said, I don't want it to be tight. It's supposed to be loose because it's this part that is gonna be let's see, it's supposed to be tight a little bit so that it should hold it on. So I'm just gonna go ahead, making sure that it matches up, and I'm a pin. And we're gonna take to the machine and just stitch about ½ inch. This part I'll have to zigzag it. Yeah, I'll have to zigzag it. Let me keep my little set to pin. I think I don't have enough thread. Let's see if we can just stitch this other part up. I'm gonna be stitching that up by 1/2 inch. Making sure that everything is good. Lift up my needle, remove my pins because I don't want to stitch my pins. I'm stitching about 1/2 inch inward. If I want to like kind of arrange anything, I go ahead and just lift up, turn it around, then cut off my thread. I'm gonna cut this part up. I'm also gonna do same thing here. We have something like this. See, we have one side shoulder. So here I have to zigzag it up. So I'm just, let's see, I'm checking if this thread is going to be enough. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, but anyway, let's just give it a try. Should it's finished. Okay. As you can see, we still have this part to join, right? This part is being done and dusted. You see? I'm going to check if I have a black thread, but I'm not sure I have a black thread. I'm using black thread, so you can also use. Okay. How are you guys using? I don't know how they move this thread. I'm just adding it there. They don't know I'm stressing. I'm going to be wrapping up my thread right now. Maybe I have one right there. Okay. Oh. So now we're just gonna go ahead and join this other part. So far so good, everything is looking good. It's possible. Yeah. I love it, you see, I love that. I'm kind of very funny girl, eh? I think it is time for me to kind of press this up to lay everything flat up before adding up my. I'm not gonna press it up. So you see, so far so good, everything is looking good. So far so good, everything is looking good as we can see. Normally this back should be able to match up because we cut it the same. And see, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, now we are going to go ahead. Let me just cross check something and join the skirt to the top. Okay, I'm gonna check here. At least this should be. I added 1 inch for the zipper allowance. Let me check what I have there. If it is around my waist, if not, I have to just go ahead. Okay, around my waist is 28. I have 30 here. Okay, which is good as fast as possible. So good. Around my waist is 38. I have 30. I mean, around my waist is 20. I have 30. Let me also measure up whatever I have here. If it is the same, because we need to join everything up together. Night. So, night. What I have here is 33, making it that the waist of this is bigger. That's what it's good. Okay. I'm gonna notch the center of it. I've just notched the center. Now, before I go ahead now to add this up, what I'm going to do is come here and then let's go ahead and up by half an inch. You see, I've just gone up by half an inch. Yeah, that's to avoid the zipper from kind of looking funny behind. And then this part, I'm just going to go ahead and carefully cut it up like this, 0.25 inch. You see, just there. I did the same thing to this part, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to go ahead now, join up the skirt to the top. I'm going to notch the center of my skirt. I'm going to notch the center. I will pick the front of my top. I'll be joining notches to notches. That notch that I'm just from notching right now, I have to join it up to the top. So I'm going to join notches to notches. Okay, so far so good. Everything is matching up except of this dot. So no, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Don't worry, it's good, don't mind me. The notches are matching each other like this. Then here my dots are matching. So far so good. Everything is good here. Then here matches up. Okay, now you can either choose to flip your dots to the side. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna flip one to this other side. They should be facing the opposite side, or you can either choose to face them up. Now let me do them facing the same direction. Okay, then I'm just gonna come here, and if you check here, you'll notice that here the dot is a little bit at the side. So I want everything up to match up, making it, this is the side, meaning that I did not take it, maybe I did not take the enough allowance. So I want everything to match up. So the side is going to match up with this. Let me check this other side. Okay, it's still the same thing. You see? No, this is not the dot. This is the dot. Making it that this dot here is not up to 3/4 inch, which I have to go ahead and adjust that up. Making it, what I have there is about 1/2 inch. We need to take 3/4 inch, which is right there. 3/4 inch is, yeah, so that it will be able to match up with this dot here. You see, I've just pinned it up. It has matches up. So that's one thing we want to do. And also make sure that the allowance we took for the skirt, we should also take the same thing here, so that it should matches up. All the same should be able to match up. So I'm checking up this other dot here, this one. If we take out that allowance that we left here, is going to match up. So I'm just quickly go ahead now and adjust this up. Take 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Everything should match up, so that we can go ahead and stitch up. Because the weight of the let me see, this is about 1/2 inch. The waist of the skirt should be the same as the waist of the top. That is why it's always good. You see now it's mashing up, right? And this part here is also mashing up. So that's why you must, like, I will advise you, you see, if I take this part now, you see that it's much bigger than this other part. Let me check what I have here. That should be, yeah, this is 3/4 inch, making it at this side. If I hold it up here a little bit, it's going to match up with this that. So I'm going to hold 1/2 inch in what? At the side of the dress. Remember, the waist of the dress was the waist of the waist of the top was bigger than the waist of the skirt, which is supposed to be the same. Okay, take time. I say so you need to have a lot of patience. When tired, don't sew when you're tired. Make sure when you're tired, you go and sleep, you rest, drink water. Where was I? I was here. Okay, now. Okay, now that we have everything matching up so far, so good, I'm going to just go ahead and stitch. I hid my hand from second side. So far, so good. And make sure that the allowances are facing the opposite direction. Okay. Quarter inch. You also want to make sure that whatever we took from the other side, because that is going to help us when we're adding up the zipper. If it is not the same, by the time we actually stitch at the zipper, you see that so I just I was looking for here. This song is like that. Say them to go and sleep, they'll come and discuss it. Let me go. Okay, guys. So, we are almost done. Now we're gonna see. So, being there. Okay, as you can see, my dots are mashing up so good so far. Everything is looking good, as beautiful as we wanted. I can go ahead now. But why is this one twisted here now? Oh my god. Why are you twisted here? I can leave it up like that, eh? You see, a little bit twisted. So I'm going to just go ahead and press a little bit. That dress is looking beautiful. So beautiful. Guys, this dress is beautiful as I wanted. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. I love it. Oh my goodness. Just like, yeah. So, oh, this is beautiful. As beautiful as I wanted. Oh, this came out exactly. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. This is so beautiful. The dress is beautiful. Just as I wanted. Everything just came out perfect. I've not tried it on here. Just so. Okay, guys. So far so good. We are almost at the end. We're going to be adding our zipper to it. That dress is gorgeous. If you look at it, you can see. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just turn it up like that. Alright, now place this up like this. I want to make sure that this is what I was saying, talking about, that this part is matching up. So we're going to do as much as possible. This part is a little bit down, so I'm going to hold a little bit up here to match up the seams. Okay, now you see this part is down a little bit, so I'm going to hold about half an inch so that it should match up with this other one. I want everything to be straight. Okay, and we will go ahead now to out of our zipper. And okay, everything's matching up now. I'm going to just spin. Now, time for us to come here. Here, we have to leave at least one. Let me see. I'm going to stop the zipper. Let me see how long my zipper is. I can use this other zipper. I'm going to be using a glue zip. Seems like the glue zip is shorter. It's short. It's about 18 inch. 18 inch. Just go ahead and mark that 18 inch on the zipper. Okay. Now, because I want this to be fitted on me, what we're going to do is just to go ahead now and add all our measurements. I'm going to measure the waist. The round waist I'm working with is 28 divided by 2 is going to give me, I'm making 14. I'm going to place it up like this because we want everything to be fitted, okay? My round bust is 34 divided by 2. Mine is supposed to give me 17. Even though I know this is still okay. And I think the volume of this is down. It's working. I don't know. So round hip is 36, 38 divided by 2. Divided by 2 is going to be 19 and a half. 19. Money, this is more than that. So I'm just going to do 1 inch there. So this part, I'm going to just mark 1 inch all the way straight downward. One inch, way more than 1 inch. I'll take it down all the way straight down. Remember I said the length of the dress I will not be hemming, but instead I'm just going to do it with the hemming down so that it should look neat and professional. Okay. I know the live stream is kind of long. It's very long. I know. The sewing, especially the sewing. So my zipper was, where was it? Here. My zipper is here, 18. So I'm going to start from that pin where I just pinned. Stitch it all the way straight downward. I'll run it straight. Remember that this is supposed to have an opening. That is what I did not mention. So I'm going to be leaving my opening around 18 inch, which is good. Because if not, you'll not be able to work. This is a pencil dress. If not, I'll not be able to work. Now, what I have to do at this point is to take this up. I'm going to just go ahead and mark this part up here. I'm going to take this up, press this open, starting from this where I notch, from where I stitch, press it open like this, okay? So that it should have a line there. That line we're going to be using it to stitch up the zipper to it. Yeah. Press it open. That line is going to serve as our guide. 2. Okay. Then I'll come here. of the like I said, use a lining to keep your work neat. It is very important for you to use a lining to keep the inside neat. Okay, I've just pressed it up. As you can see, we have a guide here. Okay, I've just pressed that up. Now what we're going to do is to install our invisible zip, and we're going to be done with this dress. An invisible zip. This is the other part I don't really like, installing an invisible zip. But anyway, this is what it is. The invisible zip is when we install an invisible zip, I don't know how come this thing is, one is longer than the other. Is it me? I'm just reducing it. This part here is longer. This is the one even when I had to reduce it, it is still longer than the other. Say something, my friend. If we add it up like this part is going to look funny, you see. Like this, from here to here, and from here to here. This is what I just reduced it now. But how come it's longer than the other? I'm still going to go ahead and fix that up. I am doing again, reduce it a little bit. This part here is gonna be tricky. So I'm trying my best, my possible best, because this is a one shoulder. Where is even it? A one shoulder. Normally it's gonna be, yeah. Now it's mashing up. Okay, you can see I want it to mash up here at this edge. All right, so now let's just quickly go ahead now and add up a zipper to the dress. I already marked where my zipper is going to be in it, which is, even though the mark is not showing here. So I'm going to be placing the right side of my zipper facing the right side of my fabric. Right side of the zipper facing the right side of my fabric, right on top of that line that I'm from pressing that up, okay? Then this time around, I'll have, first of all, has to start from there. left side. Even though I don't really like stitching from the left hand side. Making sure that I'm stitching closer to my zipper but not on the zipper. Okay, closer to the zipper but not on the zipper. Yeah.
And then I got the film online, you saw in the charge. If you know, I would charge you channel.
I can hear.
But I'm going to spray one more.
I can spray.
I wonder I would charge you channel. What if you
Chua if you. No. We do. No way. Then no way. No way. Been a drone. Anyone from there. So far so good. We have installed the zipper on the left hand side. I don't like installing the zipper on the left hand side. I don't know why, but if you're one of me, you just own up right now. No, we installed it on the right hand side. Now we're going to move to the. Now we did that on the left hand side. So now I'm gonna flip that up. So you can see I've just flipped this up. I want to make sure that this part here is going to go inside right there. Now we'll come down, bring this up, place it right like we did the other side. Okay, this is now the left hand side, right? I don't like working on my left hand side. Instead I like to do the right hand side going to the left hand side. On the left hand side, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stitch this part, then let's see. Like I said, I don't really like stitching from the left hand side. We are stitching on our left hand side. Now, so this is kind of too far from the zipper, which I want to stitch closer to the zipper. Okay. I do. Want to be able to focus on the zipper, stitching right to the zipper, but let's see this other side. This is to see for her. So if you check, it's far. For me, it's far. So I'm going to just go ahead and restart that up. Let's see. This time around. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, let's see. Now I'm now stitching on the zipper. Now I'm actually stitching the right side of the dress facing the right side. I place the right side of the zipper facing the right side of the dress, okay? So that by the time, ooh, what have I just done? Oh God. You see? Imagine what I've just done there. I'm taking my time stitching, going right to the end. See? Thank God I even saw it. You see, I'm just stitching here. No, this is wrap. I would have just gone right to the end, then later on I want to zip it. You see what I've just done? Did you see it or you didn't see? Do you see that? Ooh. The zipper is wrapped. Okay. Did you see that? Or I only saw it myself. Imagine me getting right to the end. So this is our zipper. What we want to be able to do is when we zip it up like this, everything should go up straight. So this is how I'm supposed to do. Yeah. But why was it not? This part here is just supposed to go inside here. Then this part is going to come. This part here that we're not done. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me that I just messed up the zipper. Oh, where? You know what? Meaning that I have to start from the beginning, you see? I can just stop it. I just messed up the zipper. See what I did here? I have to unstitch it and start again from the beginning. This zipper now is for oh my God. Let's see. I'm hoping, let me just go ahead and unstitch this a little by bit. And this is the only zipper that I think I had that was colored. That's the only zipper that I think it was, that color was 18, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be using this black one. So the zipper, I'm still going to start again from the beginning. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay. That's what it is. That is what it is. Today is like okay. Like that. Hoping this time around that is going to be good. This side should come here. While this other side should come here. I'm flipping the dress to the wrong side so that I will not get confused like I did. If I didn't get confused, I would have been done with this already. Okay, then this part is going to come here like this. Yeah, here, like so. Then okay, so I'm gonna try to see you start stitching from here. Okay. I'm just following up that mark where the line where we press, that is our guideline. We've stitched this side. So far, so good. It's looking good. We hope that this side we're not going to mess it up like I did. I'm gonna be stitching now to my stitching like this to my right hand side is always a little bit tricky. We are almost getting there. You know, I'm so happy that this of all the dress is coming out well. And then, so far so good. Everything is good to go. Okay. Now, yeah, added up the zipper. Now we're going to see if, first of all, we have to go ahead and zip the zipper to see if it is zipping well. So you can see this is the opening at the downward part. Okay. Now this part is going to go inside like that. I'm gonna bring it out, zip up our zipper. So far so good, everything is good. So far so good. And here, this is my best part. When I just put on my zip like this place here is not twisted. It means that everything is good to go. Everything is good. Good. Now, this part here, we're not just going to go ahead and leave it up like this, but instead, we're just going to go ahead and put it inside like this and stitch that up. It's going to look neat, and do the same thing here like that. Squeeze it up, stitch it up to leave everything neat, and then we handle down the part of it, and we are ready to rock this dress. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm just gonna go ahead, this part here, I'm just gonna go ahead and stitch it up inside like this, making sure it goes the opposite direction. Okay, this is it. We just fold it inside, it's neat. Then this other part, we'll just squeeze it up the opposite direction. and I'm gonna put my pin, because if I don't put a pin, it's gonna move. I want to avoid it from moving on. Then we will stitch this up right closer. This part is not well stitched, but anyway, now this part is not well stitched because you see it's hanging here. If I close it up, even though it's closing up, see this part is hiding, but I was like for this part here to come in like this. Neat. All these things I'm showing you, nobody is gonna teach you for free, but I will do it for free for you. Okay, now this is the other thing you can do. You can just go ahead and stitch a straight line all the way down. I always like to do so. See, this place is good so far. Stitch a straight line on this to hold it on, but I always like to do that with my normal zipper foot. Okay, that's almost the last thing we're going to do, because adding up my hemming gum to it is not something difficult. So I'm just gonna go ahead and this part up here. I'll hold it up. Oh, my zipper's out. My thread is out there. This part here is optional. I always like to just do so. Okay, I always like to just do so. And remember, when you want to press an invisible zip, you don't press on the right side. Instead, you press it on the wrong side. Okay. Now that we have done that so far, so good. Everything is looking good and beautiful. And the zipper, everything is good to go. You see? See the way you don't even know that it's a zipper, right? If you install an invisible zipper, well, you don't know that it's a zipper. So now we are done, because the only thing we have to do now is to add up the hemming gum to it. So this is what we're going to do at the hem, at the line of the dress. First of all, what we have to do here is to go in. Okay, you want this part here to be neat. Okay, so first thing, we'll add a hemming gum like this all the way round. Press it up with the steam iron. Then you go ahead now, fold this edge here like this, and you also add a hemming gum here to stick it up. And that is just it for this project. I'll do a small reels. This is the dress. This is it. One shoulder. You see, isn't this beautiful? It is very beautiful, just as the picture on the screen. Yeah? It's very, very beautiful. Like I said, to make your work look more professional, it is good for you to do add lining to it. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. I hope to see you some other time. Bye bye, my beautiful people in the building. Bye. At least you really know how to quit it. Enjoy. Thank you. Yep.